Oh, hey. Pasó, güey? It's your homeboy Quetzalcoatl. You remember me, right? About to hit you motherfuckers up with another video. Now, today, been checking out a lot of videos on YouTube and shit. Been reading people's comments on those videos. And I thought that I should really express my opinion on Nonito Donaire. Heard a lot of people call Nonito Donaire a bum. They said that Nonito Donaire is a heavily protected fighter, and some have even said that Nonito Donaire has zero boxing skills. He's just garbage. He's a bum. While I do agree with some of those statements that I just made, I by no means see Nonito Donaire as a bum. And I'm going to explain why. I believe that there are two reasons as to why people are looking at Nonito Donaire as a bum. And I'm going to go into that. Reason number one, because of Manny Pacquiao. If you don't know who Manny Pacquiao is, then you're not even a casual boxing fan. You know, because Pactards are Pacquiao fans that only know about Pacquiao. So at least they know about, you know, one boxing, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, they really don't know anything about boxing at all. They don't know the history of boxing, how to judge effectively a fight, how to effectively judge a fight. You know, that shit sounded backwards, but fuck it, it's still cool. We're gonna roll with it. But, they know nothing of the sport. All they know is Manny Pacquiao, and that's it. But yet they sit here and try to tell you about boxing like these motherfuckers are experts. And, you know, that shit, you know, in a lot of ways pisses me the fuck off. You know, I consider myself, you know, very knowledgeable in the sport of boxing. I'm a former amateur boxer, and I've always grown up loving boxing and appreciating this sport. And I hate motherfuckers trying to tell me some shit about boxing when I know that the motherfucker that's telling me that doesn't know shit about what he's talking about. You know, not just with boxing, just with anything, period. When a motherfucker is speaking on a subject that he knows nothing about, but is trying to tell you about it like he's a fucking expert, that shit, it'll piss anybody off. And for the most part, a lot of hardcore boxing fans, it's pissed off. You know, we've been pissed off that Manny Pacquiao has been portrayed in the media by HBO and all these other motherfuckers. Bob Arum, devil motherfucker. He's been portrayed as this all-time great boxer, brawler, and this and that, when that is nowhere near the case. Manny Pacquiao, to me, is the poster boy of the corruption and all the bullshit that's going on in boxing. And because you have Floyd Mayweather fans that, you know, hate Pactards, Nonito Donaire is associated with Manny Pacquiao because he's a fellow Filipino fighter. So a lot of Pactards, you know, they're fans of Nonito Donaire, and for that reason, Nonito Donaire is looked as a bum. You know, he gets a fucked up rap because he's associated with Pacquiao. And before anybody, you know, starts talking shit to me like, oh, you know, you talking shit about Pacquiao because you Mexican and this and that, like, nah, don't get it twisted. Look at some of my past videos. One of my last videos, I went in on Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. You know what I'm saying? You know how a poker player talking about, nigga, I'm all in? I went all in on that nigga and exposed him as the fucking fraud and hype job that he is. You know, I had Mexicans talking mad shit, and I'm a proud Mexican. You know, but I don't sugarcoat shit. I don't fucking lie about nothing. I tell it the way it is. I had Mexicans talking mad shit. I had one nigga telling me, send me a personal message in my last video. This nigga told me to move to South America and take an HIV test. And I don't know what the fuck that shit, man, but it was just some crazy shit, you know. So, you know, Pactards, don't come at me with that bullshit. You're gonna need another fucking excuse, you know. But Nonito Donaire is associated with Manny Pacquiao, and a lot of Floyd Mayweather fans and a lot of hardcore boxing fans, you know, they dismiss Nonito Donaire as a bum because of that. And, you know, that's nowhere near the case. Nonito Donaire is, he's a very good boxer. He's physically gifted with speed, very fast hands. I mean, there's no denying that. He's a great counter puncher. He has really, really good timing. You saw what he did to Vic Darchinyan and Fernando Montiel. He's got a devastating left hook. That counter left hook is nasty. That motherfucker is X-rated. You know what I'm saying? In order to watch that left hook, you gotta be 18 or older and shit. And he also has really, really good footwork. He knows how to move in that ring. Defense, I wouldn't say he's like a defensive genius. He has decent defense, but at times you see that he is open to get hit. The second reason why people are calling Nonito Donaire a bum is because they feel that Nonito Donaire has been heavily protected throughout his entire career. And with this, I do agree with that. You know, like I said, I'm a person who's objective. I don't try to show favoritism or anything like that. I do enjoy watching Nonito Donaire's fights. I am a fan of Nonito Donaire, but at the same time, I am also aware that he is very heavily protected. Top Rank has, you know, been putting him in with subpar competition. He does have two huge names on his resume that he's beaten in dramatic fashion in Vic Darchinyan and Fernando Montiel, but both of those fights were 4 years apart. You know, you can't have big fights with that big of a motherfucking gap. You know, we need to see Nonito Donaire in bigger and better fights. That's part of the reason why they're calling him a bum. You know, this next fight against Nishioka, I'm not really sure how to pronounce his name, but you know, he's fighting a Japanese fighter who is a solid fighter, but not the best fighter in the division. You know, everybody wants to see Nonito Donaire fight Rigondeaux. But at least for this fight, I do think that Donaire is stepping up in competition compared to, you know, the people he's been fighting in recent times. I think it's going to be a good fight, but after this fight, if Nonito Donaire has his hand raised, I really do feel that he needs to fight Rigondeaux, because he is partially to blame for people saying that he's been protected, because for the most part he has. In the fight versus Rigondeaux, I would favor Rigondeaux, because Rigondeaux is a very good boxer and he has power in both hands. Not the type of power that Vic Darchinyan had, but what's going to give Nonito Donaire problems is that not only does Rigondeaux have power, but he's a great boxer as well. He's going to give him a lot of problems with that footwork and that head movement. But I wouldn't be surprised if Nonito Donaire would be able to pick up a win. Because like I said, Nonito Donaire is a very skilled fighter. He's good. He can actually box. Pacquiao is a one-dimensional fighter who only comes forward and that's it. This guy can counterpunch. He can be aggressive. He can be defensive at times. Not a totally complete fighter, but much more complete than Manny Pacquiao is. But, you know, there's still going to be people who are going to be talking shit about Nonito Donaire. Like I said, some of it is validated because of the opponents that he's fought. Hopefully he can change that. He's 29 years old. His record is 29-1. He's not getting any younger. You know, don't put him in big fights when he's past his prime, and then, you know, you're just going to give an excuse for people who don't like him to say that he's a bum and that he's shit. And, you know, that's pretty much it. You know, that's my honest opinion. I want to know what your opinion is. If you're going to talk shit, you know, because I talk shit about Pacquiao, go ahead. I really don't mind. But also, you know, take into consideration that, you know, I'm looking at this shit objectively. Most likely you looking at it through a Pactard's eyes. So, you know, take that into consideration before you talk your shit. If you like this shit, hit the like button. And I've been telling you motherfuckers for a gang of fucking videos that I've been making to hit the goddamn motherfucking subscribe button. Y'all some hard-headed ass motherfuckers. But this is Quetzalcoatl, signing the fuck on out.